the Community Advocacy and Awareness Trust, also known as Crown Trust, is an organization that works to impact lives and transform communities, particularly focusing on women, women's inclusion and participation, and also advocating for inclusion and participation of the marginalized. We work as a change catalyst to provide platforms, to provide skills, to provide opportunities for them to be able to exercise their voice and agency. Now, I know that sounds weird because, of course, everybody has a voice in terms of you can speak. However, being able to exercise your voice is being able to advocate for those things that are of concern to you, or raise your voice around issues that concern you. And many people are not able to do that, mainly because, first of all, especially with women, there has been a practice and culture and tradition of exclusion. Women have been seen as not being worthy of certain things, particularly at the leadership level. And of course, we do work, our work focuses a lot on getting women into the political leadership. I know there are many people who say, politics is not my thing. You know, I just let that slide. But we remind people that politics affects every aspect of your life, including your personal and your livelihood, because it is at the political level, through that political gateway, that decisions are made, laws are made, budgets are allocated, prioritization of development is made. And therefore, it is important for your voice to be on that table, or at least your views to be on that table. And so one of the things we do is we raise awareness. We let people know, first of all, what their rights are, because, you know, if you don't know your rights, you cannot claim them. And then we also build their capacity to be able to claim those rights. And in appreciating that, for the most part, engagement with the state has been seen as a very antagonistic thing, you know, a them versus us. But we look to build collaboration with duty bearers so that our groups are able to engage duty bearers and push, you know, for or advocate for priority areas that concern them. We also encourage them to engage actively in public participation and build their skills to be able to do this, raise petitions, raise their voice, understand the issues, understand the processes so that they can understand the issues. That is one aspect. The other is for economic empowerment, because through our work in political engagement, we realized that when you are poor, you are easily manipulable. You are not able to engage with issues, you know, because when your concern is what I'm going to eat today, tomorrow doesn't matter. So we also work on women's economic empowerment, because, like, for the most of us here, if you were to engage with a politician, they are not going to give you 50 shillings to buy your vote. You are going to engage them from an issues-based perspective. So our work around economic empowerment is to be able to put more money into the pockets of these women. And we do work with grassroots communities. We're very clear. We say that our targets are those that work in what we call the forgotten middle. And those are women who are organized. Women are generally well organized, mainly also because of exclusion. Because of the exclusion, women have learned to come together and pool their resources to be able to do more with the little that they have. So you have these groups that are organized, yes, but they're not empowered. They're just at the, you know, access level of empowerment. So these are the groups that we work with, because we also believe that they represent potential for making huge leaps in terms of transformation. So our work centers on 5 key pillars: leadership and governance being one of them, and that is bringing women into the leadership and governance space, and then working with women in the leadership and governance space to make them effective in their engagement in that space. So we do work, through political parties, through women aspirants. We support women, in the political contest, and we support them in various ways. And then the governance conversations around women advocating for better policies and legislation that make it easier for women to access the leadership space. So you've seen, of course, a lot of our work, because I know that many people, when they see me, they're like, this one, she's going to come with that 2/3 gender principle. But it's an important principle. It's a principle for inclusion. And so we fight until it is done. So then we have networking and alliance building. And that one is one of our key pillars. And under that pillar, we have what we call the National Women's Steering Committee. And the networking and alliance building pillar is to build networks across the country of like-minded individuals, organizations, networks, and to come together around issues that we are all agreed on. So we are reminded that women are not homogeneous. However, there are those things that we can agree on. And we've agreed that economic empowerment and political empowerment are two areas where we are in agreement. So the National Women's Steering Committee works on that. And so we build the capacity of our members. We have many activities under that networking and alliance building pillar, but we also work to bring in other groups that will help us achieve our goals. Then we have information, education, and communication. That is the IEC pillar, where we develop knowledge products, which are shared among our membership, and they're available to anyone. So we also have a learning management system where you can access and, you get information. We make information available, because one of the things that we've discovered is a lot of people are not able to do things simply because they don't have information. There's a lot of opportunities out there. So through our IEC pillar, we bring this information to you, but we also use it to develop knowledge products that can help you build your skills. And then the other two pillars are our internal pillars, where we work on our own institutional capacity to be able to deliver on for the expectations that our people have. And then we have the socio-economic pillar, where we work on issues around climate and the environment, because of its implications on women and livelihood, right? So the socio-economic pillar, and then also advocacy for socio-economic rights.